What's up, all you stars and studs? It's the 10th wonder of the world, Jake Smith.
I love all the new women's wrestling talent, such as Roxanne Parisi, Stephanie Vaquet, and Jualaya. I'm Joey Mayberry.
To be honest, I didn't watch NXT regularly, so I have been calling her Stephanie Vaqueer.
During June, that's her name.
You know what? Stephanie Vaqueer. That's my drag name.
Honestly, probably sure it's taken by somebody who has no idea who Stephanie Vaqueer is.
I'm wondering, I might actually ask her if she even knew who that was. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Oh shit! I have exciting news, but I will share with you off air.
Oh yay! We've got a lot of exciting off-air news today.
Off-air news, but sorry, that just triggered something, and I can't believe it. Sorry, it has been a crazy week. Work has been nuts. Exciting things also happened over the weekend. I forgot to tell you about, Joey, because I was so exhausted from work stuff. Guys, thanks for oh my God, thank you so many of our listeners who came up to me during World Pride. That was so unexpected. Someone accosted me on the street, and I'm sorry, Jordan. And they were like, "Are you Jake Smith?" I was like, "No." No, I was this dripping mess. I was so sweaty. My beard dye started coming off of my beard and dripping onto my shirt.
You use beard dye? You gotta talk.
I've been dyeing my beard and my hair since my early 20s. We go gray early in my family.
Oh, because I've been trying to figure it out, but I have been growing a little gray section right here, and it kind of makes me feel like gay rogue, and I'm a little here for it.
So literally, the one part of my hair that is gray is I get a streak right here. And everyone's like, you should keep it. It's so distinct. I just think I'm not ready till 40 to embrace my grays. So I've got a few short years till that, but
it's coming.
It's coming really fast. Well, considering this year I thought I turned 38, but I actually turned 37.
Isn't it weird when you forget?
The whole year, Joey, I'm not even kidding. For half the year, I was like, I turned 38 in December, and then on my birthday, I was like, 38, and Tuck's like, no, you turned 37 today. I was like, oh,
I love it.
Oh. But anyway, guys, World Pride, loved meeting so many of our fans. Had a great time at our events. Thank you, Kinetic Presents, for having Q Care Plus. We had a really great time. I did not have a great time at the event Uncut XXL because it was so hot that the ceiling was dripping.
That it wasn't from the heat.
You know what? Well, it was probably from one of the 3 playrooms.
Oh no. Ew, not a drippy. Why did I immediately picture stalactites?
I will say I was not there. I had a late night Taco Bell excursion instead.
As you should.
Definitely not to be found in the playrooms.
Taco Bell, the correct way to blow out your hole.
But it was delicious.
Speaking of listeners, though, I did see a message this week. I believe, if I'm not incorrect, I believe listener's name is Mike, but from New Zealand, says that he uses this podcast to fall asleep.
Oh, so, really?
Yes. Which I also thought was interesting. I was like, we're obnoxious.
Hey, these are not silent voices, but actually, it kind of makes me happy that someone's falling asleep to our soothing voices.
I can't even keep a straight face. Well, nothing about me.
I'm somewhat flattered because I don't think anyone has ever put either of us in the category of relaxing.
Oh my God, we're ASMR right now, Jake. That's what we are.
I can confidently say no one has ever said to Joey or I, you bring my blood pressure down. So
no, they haven't. No.
But Mike, I'm so glad. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Go sleep. So, okay. All right,
Why did I
guys.
immediately, when you go into that, think of lasagna from That So Raven? Like, oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
All right. Well, guys, this is not the Lasagna podcast, but it is the Golden Era podcast. Sometimes it is, but
It should
it
be the
is.
lasagna
It should
podcast.
be. Can you imagine just a podcast?
Oh, when the saints.
So, all right, but guys, this is the Golden Era podcast where Joey and I recap the WWE Women's Division every week from the early 2000s on. And this week, guys, it is June 6th, 2005 in the WWE Women's Division.
My goodness.
And we're getting, wait, hold on.
Are you all right?
A match.
We're getting a match. It's an interesting match.
It's an interesting, it's funny because I remembered Victoria being in a 6-person tag with the Heartthrobs, but I remembered a match on Heat where Stacy wrestled in the match too, which I think does happen too.
Right, because when it first started and we hear the Heartthrobs, honestly, earworm music, I'm not even gonna lie.
Thank you. Wait, I'm just gonna go back to a few weeks ago when I said I like their music and you said I do not. Well, guess who's right?
I guess
me.
You are right. I don't. Well, to be fair, I'm not saying I like this music. I am saying it's an earworm, though.
This is what they should have played at the circuit, not circus parties, or more or less.
But also, I love that they are honestly being tributed to their Go-Go Boy roots because they have no rhythm whatsoever.
It's so funny. But first of all, we have to discuss though the star of this trio, Victoria, looking snatched. Oh my God.
She looks great in bright color. It doesn't matter what color it is. It can be red, it can be white, it can be green, it can be orange. Like whatever it is, it's neon bright things look great on Victoria.
Mm-hmm. And she looks good. She's got the long ass straight extensions in. They look phenomenal. And I love the cut of these shorts because they're almost like a little bikini. Like there's like not really sides to them. And like her ass is assin'.
Her ass is assin'. And I love that they have never really been together, maybe on a house show. But she just acts like their like wrangler, like right off the bat. Like she's like, here I am, I'm the person making sense of all this. And I was like, this feels organic, and I don't know why.
It really did. It seemed like they are always on TV together. Like they do, like they're dancing on the side of her, like and she just like shoves them to the side. I'm like, this is so smooth. Like I love it. Like even their little pose on the apron, like worked.
It did. They went together like peas and carrots, but it was. It just worked. I really enjoyed it. The second entrance, though. That was awkward.
This was uncomfortable. So first of all, Christy, which I forgot she even had a green outfit. And it has some like pretty princess jewels on it too. Like they glued a few little gemstones to it.
Come on, pretty princess.
The thing for me with Christy is she comes out and she's like, it's all natural. And is like doing like sashayed hips. And then she's like, oh no, wait, I'm mad.
Yeah, she did do that. She also was just kind of like, I don't know. It gave me very what's his name? Biscuits and gravy.
Jesse Festus
vibes of like I'm coming out and I'm one thing, and then she like caught eyes with Victoria and then shifted, and I was like, that was the vibe I was getting.
It was very that, and it's just like it didn't flow as well too because first of all they didn't even really acknowledge Stacy. Like,
no,
like
I was like,
hello.
She's there.
So part of me almost wishes they had Stacy in this match and then Christy run out in it because. I thought it was odd we were already getting Christy and Victoria in the ring together after last week's confrontation.
Agreed, especially because so match rundown real quick. Like it was Christy hits some fun moves, but then gets like pretty agitated at Victoria, and she's just slamming her head into the mat to the point where the ref calls the match off. And I'm like, if you had put Stacy in that match and then had Christy come down to be the beat up and that's the DQ and throw the match out anyway, it just would have
Totally.
played better. Like it just would have.
It would have played great, and it would have honestly it would have given the Heartthrobs to look more dominating against the tag champs. You know, like they beat them up at ringside while Victoria's like going crazy on Stacy. Like it would have been really, especially too because like Stacey Victoria's thing is like I'm sick of it with the divas. So like it would have been so good. I will say though, this pop. Well, what I really love too is Victoria wanted to wrestle Hurricane. Like she did not really seem as interested at first. Like that's why I love Victoria's like one of those girls who like they don't normally put against the men, but every once in a while she got a little moment with them. So I
Yeah.
appreciated that. But when Christy did come in, she got a mega pop.
Yeah.
Like she is so over. It is wild. And like what I do like is like, I mean, the moves are not anything crazy impressive.
Yeah, a
Like it's a
couple
few
clotheslines.
clotheslines and a hair whole thing. But like, you know what? Like the crowd is eating her up because she is such an underdog that like you want to see Christy go crazy. You want to see those bejeweled tops fly off on her top because she's hitting the move so hard. Like,
Right. Like she just is the ultimate underdog, especially because of the way that she was introduced. Like she is this
yes.
contest winner. So it just I feel like honestly the lessons they learned from Christy really did propel Ashley a lot because they knew where to
Oh,
put her.
absolutely. I think actually Ashley benefited so much because Christy was kind of their test subject of like how to do this whole thing. And they kind of threw Ashley right into the mix of storylines. Like Christy had a few months where she was like guest ring announcer, t-shirt gun girl, whatever. Um
The
they
quarter
were
of a
like,
million dollar t-shirt gun. I can't wait for
yeah.
its return. I'm so excited.
Miss it. But they were like, we could skip all that with Ashley and even Crystal and like any of the girls they brought up from 2005. I mean, because honestly, a lot of the girls from 2005 at first were doing like random bullshit things like for such a long time. Some of them still are. And, you know, so to this day.
Uh,
So,
uh.
but they, I think they learned a lot. And Christy, what I love about her too, I think she really kind of did something kind of almost impossible with because the Diva Search girls came in not loved. Like people are like, I don't care about this shit. And she came in and really won the crowd over with like her personality and putting in the effort. So I don't know.
Yeah, I watched recently, I can't remember, it was like some kind of like cultaholic sports keto type video that was like
Mhm.
discussing the diva surge and like where everyone ended up, all that stuff. And people just give it such crap, like they really do on these women. But the fact that it's still talked about to this day, like in modern conversation, and not even by women's wrestling fans, just by like wrestling fans in general, like it made such an impact on
Yeah.
the sport itself. Like you got to acknowledge it.
It was iconic. It was iconic. You know, the only so I really did love this thing with Christy though, where she went crazy on Victoria, spears her out of the ring, and like
I
slamming her
love
head. So
her
good.
little
But here's my
spear.
thing. Where is this with Trish?
Where was this with Trish? And also, where was this period? Like, I love this time set
Yeah.
up Christy, but like, I don't know. They're letting her do something or she's gotten comfortable. Something's different about Christy in this.
Yeah, well, I think the thing is, I think they're at the point too where they're just going to be like, okay, Chrissy, you're like a legitimate wrestler now. I mean,
Yeah.
she's not, but like, that's how they're branding her. So the thing is, they're like, it's okay, like to be wild, but also sexy now. So like, you don't have to just be the sexy girl anymore. So
Right.
hey, you know what? I'm into it, and I think the thing is too, they also have someone who Christy can go against now too to like actually have a feud with too because Molly left quickly. I think if Molly had stuck around, we probably would have gotten a little Molly Christie situation. And
Yeah.
Christie would have been in more than capable hands with Molly for sure that she would have benefited from.
Oh, I know. Just from that one match they had together. Like,
Absolutely. Yeah. But honestly, at this, since they don't have Molly, turning Victoria was the smartest thing they could do. It's only gonna benefit all the other Diva Search girls who are starting to wrestle, because that's a capable woman to really show them the ropes.
honestly, you know what I think they were going to go for if they didn't do this? I think they were going to do this to Melina.
What do you mean? Like have her
Like
be the
it the heel in this scenario, because if you think about it, she was just this random like wrestler who was brought
yeah.
in and doing all these diva things. I feel like this was a thought process to put her in this slot at least
Like
once. I feel like
if she had stayed on Raw, like
yeah.
and like not, that would have made honestly that would have been great for her, I think. So but you know what? But in the meantime though, she's there to help the girls, I think, on SmackDown also, because you have that whole crop of girls over there. And this is such a weird transitional time for the SmackDown girlies too. Like the
Yeah.
next couple months are batshit about like what's even going on over actually the next like year. I feel like this past year on SmackDown has been like what? And I
Yeah,
feel
like
like the
where
next
is
year is
Tori
like what?
Wilson? Like what's she
I
doing?
She's still like the face of the SmackDown girls, but not present, which is so weird. I'm like, I feel like she's had a handful of appearances this year,
To do
mostly
nothing
backstage.
though. Just like
Yeah,
appear next to other women. And it's like, okay,
it's so
cool.
strange. All right. So, but anyway, but this was a fun segment, and honestly, I totally forgot this happened.
Mhm.
So it was really fun to rewatch, and just see like Christy going crazy on Victoria, and I think they actually built a nice little feud in the a few weeks they had before the pay per view.
I think so as well. Like this is the kind of stuff that's like can instantly get you invested in wrestling. Bless you.
Yeah. Thank you.
And you're like like okay, I'll give an example. This reminds me of this past week on Raw. That little Liv Morgan Nikki Bella segment
Oh
that happened on Raw, instantly into it. Cause
yeah.
it set up good bad direction so well. And the best part was it was like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah. And that's all you need. And that's what I love that they brought Nikki back because like she's one of the girls who gets like you don't need like a fucking hour to cut a promo saying nothing.
Yeah,
You
because
know,
she got
like
like that was her life. Like they were like, you get the
yeah,
mic, you better go because you got 5 minutes total. So
yeah.
like,
They got their point across, and I'm so happy Liv is getting this little feud or
mm,
whatever they're doing with it. Um,
do you
I
think
have
it's
a.
going to be a Bella's tag team title match? Do you think we're getting a Brie?
I'll talk to you off air. Um,
Okay, noted.
um, but
I feel like you're about to be like Nicole Page Brooks, but yeah, it's Maddie.
I would like it to be, but I'll talk to you off air.
Okay.
But anyway, all right. So yes, this match was fun. All right. So later in the show, there was about 20 minutes of Edge and Kane going back and forth. So cue Abby Lee Miller, bored, yawning.
Lord, that's what like. Oh my God, why did you need any sort of promo for Edge and Kane?
No
You
one
don't.
cares. But what we do care about is Edge brings out Lita in one of our favorite kinds of tops. Tits out for the boys. Tits out
I
for the boys.
I wasn't looking at the tits. I couldn't look at the tit. The top
What were
must
you
have
like?
been those pants were
Yeah,
everything.
gay.
Just oh my God, those pants. I was like, where do I get these? Where do I wear them? I would like to sashay in these. Hi, gay. I want to
We
sashay
gotta
away
get
with
over
you. What? Did you
here.
say link in the bio?
Link about you know what you can do? Screenshot them and Google image search them.
I just might. I I feel really bad because I've gotten really kind of into like what I wear lately because I
Yeah.
figured out that my overall aesthetic is vintage theme park chic is pretty much what Joey wears. And like I've just been noticing things and like being like just picking up things that feel like my personality and
Oh,
pants
I
have
love
been like
that.
such a huge deal. And like earlier, not earlier today, is it the today or yesterday? I saw this girl and oh, it was earlier today. Sorry, I took a nap and I can't remember what day it is. So like literally she had on very tight kind of like denim but burgundy pants. But they
Okay.
had like the old school straps that went around the back, Avril Lavigne style, and then
Hot.
they had cargo like pockets that were like they were just it was just cool pants and I'm just like I felt really bad because I looked and I was like those are cool pants and she just turned and looked and was like sorry.
That was a call. Get away, gay. God.
Literally that I'm
Um.
that's me. I'm the one that just walks by random people. I'm like, I love your shirt. Bye stranger.
Wait, I do too. Wait, whenever I work events, like that's like my way of like people come over like so tell me about prep, and I'm like, wait, oh my god, where's that shirt from? Like, I love that. Like, someone was in this crocheted jersey the other day, and I meant to ask them where it was from, but I was just like gagged by it. It was so cute. It was so
Well,
like slutty.
I think for Chicago Pride, if y'all want me to, leave comments because my belly's been getting a little bit bigger, which I enjoy. And I think I'm gonna wear my nipped Pride fringe crop top to
Hell
Pride.
yes. Hell yes. Tits out for the boys. Tits out
Tits
for
out
the
for the
boys.
boys.
All right. Okay. So Lita's out there. All right, Kane. Do you like my pants?
Kane begrudgingly, yes.
So, wait, what does Lita? Wait,
She says the same stuff, like, you're not the same man, Edges. Edges better. He's
oh
gonna
yeah.
beat you at the, what are
Oh
they doing
wait.
next?
Vengeance. Guess what, Kane? Vengeance is in Las Vegas. So Edge and I might go to one of those little 24-hour wedding chapels and get married.
Okay.
Yeah, I think like I'm like I wouldn't be offended by that. I'd be like, oh, good for you. Like if you talk about like fucking that, oh, because then
Yeah.
I just like, and that's not the only thing that's gonna happen all night. The wedding's gonna be all night. I don't want to go.
I know. Ew. Just
No,
imagine an all-night wedding.
absolutely not. I'm so busy. I'm tired of people inconveniencing my life for weddings.
So for like a wedding, I would like the ceremony itself no more than 30 minutes. Hands down, bar none. Let's get out of there.
Mine was a 15-minute ceremony and out done.
Yeah,
Like,
boom, boom, boom. Get to the reception because that's all anyone cares about.
Yeah.
That's the good part of a wedding.
no, not even the reception. Get to the cocktail hour so I can eat all the snacky snacks. So,
Oh, my wedding will have a full-on table of snacks in the congregation hall. Like as you leave,
Yes.
grab a snack.
oh, yeah, that's what we did as on our way out. We had soft pretzels because it's like Philadelphia soft pretzels is a thing.
Ooh.
For our, I'll send you our whole menu. We had so much food. Here's the worst part, though. I barely got to eat any of it because I was like, let's greet guests in cocktail hour so that way we can enjoy our reception and dance and have fun. I don't know. In retrospect, I just wouldn't have greeted anyone and just taken their checks. So
Yes, that's how you do it.
thank you so much for coming. Who are you?
Yeah.
Anyway,
How do we know Nancy? Bye, Nancy.
so Lita's like, and Kane, and I just like, they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but what I do to you in Vegas is gonna haunt you in Vegas and the rest of your life after Vegas. And then he makes out with Lita.
Yeah, this was so unnecessary. Like all of it was just like this promo could have been an email. Is essentially.
I was happy we got to hear Lita's music. That was cool. That's about
Lita's
it.
music. But then this was not Lita's promo night to shine because it's just the same ish. Like you've already said you filed for divorce. Who cares about you getting married with someone? Like I don't know. The "You Screwed Matt" chants are getting more prominent in places, which is great.
Yeah.
But
So, all right, well, let's go over to SmackDown.
SmackDown. Sharmell?
So Sharmell is our only appearance this week. I went to go watch the clips earlier, and like, I was like, oh, okay, 9 minutes. We're gonna see some other girls. I forgot it was like just 9 minutes of Sharmell.
And darling, that outfit.
Okay, first of all, we need to get her a
Ooh.
stylist, a diva stylist, because here's the thing. It's not if you're a normal person, like it's giving me like mom at a Christmas concert for their child. Like it's not atrocious for a normal person. For a diva, what?
It looked like your mom who got all dolled up and then steps out the thing and they're like, you look just like Whitney Houston. And she's like, I do. And
it's not a good time. It's like, so it was like a big circle, a big embellishment. Sharmell's clothes aren't good. I think I've said this before, but they're just not good. And I hate that.
For any of you that are the Drag Race girlies, it looked a bit like bracket 2 episode 1 mistresses look for the 8 ball, very kind of that, but not it. So
Not it. So
no.
it was weird, and I feel like it'd like make a lot of noise too, like because there was like
Yeah,
little. I think it was like
it's
beadwork and stuff.
scrunchy and then
Yeah,
like
it was
kind of
weird.
like not
Yeah.
polyester. What's the thing that looks like spandex but isn't spandex?
Begins with an L. Lycra.
I think
Yeah.
Lycra,
Um.
Valkyria.
Lycra Valkyria. So yeah, but
That's
I mean,
my drag name.
Lycra Valkyria.
Stephanie Bequeer.
Stephanie
Oh my
McQueer
god,
and
let's host
like
a drag show.
Stephanie McQueer and Lycra Valkyria. Wait, this is actually perfect. Oh my god.
You can call me Bird Lady if you're nasty.
And I don't say anything. I just like put my butt up on the air and like bounce on chairs and pretend to do that butt move. Like,
Yeah, that's what you do anyway, right? No,
yeah. Nothing else new. But yeah, I mean, there
I
wasn't
was
really
literally
much.
scrolling through Instagram with some of my friends the other day, and your picture popped up. You were like in the water, but you were doing like this, and they were like, "Who's
Diva
that?"
thing.
And I was like, "My bestie."
I was very proud of that. That was my cuntiest thing I've ever posted. Like,
It was very good. It was
it was
good.
very cunty. I served cunt. Love being a cunt. Cunt. All right, so anyway. So you know who was not serving cunt? Sharmell, because she did nothing in this match.
She
And
did
I was
nothing.
so bored because I'm like, all right, this is the big send off of the Kurt Angle Booker T molestation feud, and it is nothing. She does not. She's just like, no, don't do it, Kurt.
As he bashes Booker T's ankle apart with a chair, and then Booker T still somehow wins. I don't understand.
It was very weird. So, because Kurt Angle goes to hit him, and the chair bounces off the top and like hits him in the head, and Sharmell's like, and Booker T does like a really weird scissors kick, like out of the corner. Actually, like that's like the way I would do a scissors kick as a child, like wee, like off my bed, like. And
I just need them to become King Booker and Queen Sharmell so we can
yeah,
get this. We need this foolishness done.
It's not great. So then Booker T wins and Sharmell's just happy. And I hope, pray, this is the end of this feud.
Please, it was done. How many times? Listening to commentary in all of this be like, and Booker T gets his retribution on Kurt Angle. I'm like, didn't he already do it twice?
Yeah, like he already beat him. We're done.
Like, let's be done. Like he's beat him 3 times, I think.
We've all moved on. I think they're just killing time till they draft Kurt Angle.
I guess so. Yeah, because this is exhausting.
Which is soon. So, all right. Well, guys, we have a rando pay-per-view. So WWE was really into like the ECW resurgence at this time. First of all, I hate this pay-per-view name. I think it's so stupid.
One Night Stand?
Yeah, you don't think that's dumb?
I love it, actually.
I hated it. I thought it was tacky.
I think that's the point, though. Like ECW's grungy, raunchy, tacky.
Maybe that's just because I don't like ECW. like the concept never appealed to me.
Same.
Like which is funny because like wrestling is essentially violence, but I don't like violence.
I don't like violence for the sake of gore or shock value.
Yeah,
like,
and that's what ECW was
not
to me.
My thing. I don't want to see someone bleeding. Never have. Like when it happens and it's in like one of those moments, like I like when like Trish's nose gets busted open or Ivory's boot cut Lita. Those moments are kind of iconic. Or Becky's nose getting busted. You know, that's kind of like my biggest amount.
That's my like for the sake of it. Like if it makes sense or if it's a thing, great. But like for like every man, like I don't know. So I was actually
just, like wearing the crimson mask though. Like I hate that. That's so gross. And I had to look at it for the segment. I'm like,
dumb. Hated it. So I was at this pay-per-view. I remember my dad taking us because my brothers liked ECW. Well, my older brother liked ECW. I think my younger one, I don't know. But I did not care for it. But I wanted to go because I knew Dawn Marie was in ECW. So I was like, maybe Dawn Marie, I'll be there. Which she was. So I think Dawn Marie is pregnant here.
She looked great in her little blue suit.
She looked great, but let's be for real. Dawn Marie will dress like a slut at any opportunity. And this was a very modest outfit.
It was. I enjoyed it though. I love the little
I loved it.
throwback
I
that they
loved it.
did
Yeah.
during the entrance to show like her with Lance Storm prior. I thought
So
that was
cute.
really cute. Yeah.
It actually made me kind of mad they never really paired them together in WWE because I think that would have really benefited Landstorm because I love Landstorm. I've always loved Landstorm. I think one, I thought he was hot. Sorry.
Yeah,
Um,
honestly agreed.
honestly, and two, he could wrestle. So I enjoyed him.
He's one of the
What a
few men that I have in my collection, like action figure
yeah,
wise.
he's
Yeah.
great. I would have loved like a little pairing of him and Dawn Marie. It actually made me kind of like a little upset they never really had Dawn manage anyone because I was like, oh,
I know. That was a missed opportunity. Honestly,
yeah.
not having her be a part of the FBI was a very big missed opportunity for me.
So dumbest thing they've ever done. Like she would have been so good with that. But I love
And then
Dawn with
giving
this.
that to Trinity and not making her wrestle. Like, good God, there's so many things.
Dumb. So Dawn comes out with Landstorm. She looks great. She's got on this like teal, like long see-through feather boa sort of robe, and like a little blue dress underneath. Definitely think she's some pregnant here.
She's
But
super exposed.
she doesn't really do any bumps or anything. Um,
She like
she does
slaps
get
somebody.
she
right?
got involved in the match. She like climbed on the apron and put the ref's face in her boobs.
Mm.
And Just Incredible came in and helped Landstorm win. So because this was the point of this pay-per-view was like nostalgia. If you watch GCW, like, oh my god, all these people who's still living, like, and like
My lord.
it should have been called ECW Still With Us. Like, oh no, too much. Oh, because actually, that's not. I think a lot of them have passed since that. So, RIP. So Dawn Marie, but it was very cool to see like Dawn Marie with like Lance Storm, and she just the way she snapped back into this version of Dawn Marie was very, very cool.
I agree, but like honestly, how different is it really from?
I think a little different, to be honest. There's more hair flipping.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It did make me like a little sad that we didn't get to see manager Dawn Marie in WWE really. And that would have been, I mean, we don't know the whole pregnancy situation. There is a rumor. Yeah. So
We will see.
anyway, but I think this is Dawn's last appearance for WWE, which is sad.
Aww.
So
Until
I thought
she
she
came
was
back as a ref.
until she came. Oh yeah, hot ref. Yeah. So all right. So also we get some more ladies of ECW. You know, I'm actually surprised. Well, WWE really never acknowledged Lita being a part of ECW.
Yeah, I mean they did in the following One Night Stand where she was kind of more active.
Yes, yeah. So because she was like Miss Congeniality in ECW. So and you know what? Also, I was bummed there was no Jazz at this event.
Yeah, honestly.
I remember that was another reason I wanted to go because I was like, we might see Jazz. We did not see her. But
it would have been nice to have Jazz like beat up like Francine and
yeah,
Beulah.
you know, Jazz did a lot of like intergender stuff in ECW, so that would have been kind of cool. Like,
I would
see
like to
her,
see
like,
it. Yeah.
yeah. So, but we did get Francine. Francine is one of those girls.
Oh, look who it is!
Is
Francine.
I have to say, unfortunately, I never really got Francine.
I didn't, but you know what I do think about often? Her for that segment with Ariel, that white outfit that she wore is one of the most. It just sticks in my brain. I don't know, with like the cross and then the nice.
Sure, yeah. Yeah. The thing, Francine's thing was like ECW was not about the women wrestling. Obviously, they were just about like look hot, wear your panties, wear a short, wear a short skirt, like do this, like, and that's another reason I didn't really care for ECW, like, which is so funny because I love the bikinis, the lingerie, and all that stuff, but like it just felt trashy.
Yeah,
ECW wanted to do it. You know what I mean? So
I get you.
Yeah, like Francine didn't really, which is funny because she is hot. Like, and normally I love a hot girl who gives me nothing. So
she gave you a slap, and then in comes Beulah. And
Beulah confuses me too.
I don't know. I don't know her story. I think we'd have more context if we knew the backstory.
I think yes. Since we weren't ECW people, like I think Beulah's thing was she was with Tommy Dreamer. Um, I don't know if she was like an actual wrestler and stuff. Here's the thing, and I don't mean this offensively. Like Beulah looks so like normal person.
I think that's the beauty of it. Is she
Yeah,
is because
yeah,
she's like just Tommy Dreamer's girl. I think is like the
yeah.
story.
Like in real
Yeah,
life, maybe are they like
I
real life?
think. I
Okay,
don't
maybe they're
know.
probably like a real life couple. Yeah, because like I just like I'm like oh, okay, like because like yeah, Francine, who's like Francine, like she's really hot. I remember I did have like a Wow magazine, like, and she was the back cover, and I brought it to school one time. And I like
Hmm.
closed it, and the back cover of it was like her in like this like slutty bikini, and the substitute teacher was like, "A little risque, isn't that?" And like I was like, "No."
No, it's
That's
wrestling.
what I was like, "It's wrestling. She's a wrestler. It's not porn." So
Yeah, which they were trying. They were very much trying to make it forward.
they were trying, but yeah. So like, I guess that was the beauty of Beulah because like the other ECW ladies were like Dawn, who's also like a hottie hot, and Jazz, who's a tough bitch, and Lita's shtick was hottie hot tough. I don't know what her
Yeah, I
shtick
don't think
was.
Lita was really there long enough to really like
Yeah,
make
she
huge
wasn't. Yeah.
impact. Yeah.
But like, yeah, so like, I mean, so Beulah was like different, but I mean, she was, but we got like a cute little cat fight moment with them. It was
Good to
just
hear
this
cat
pay-per-view.
fight.
So, so anyway, so there's that, and then like the Dudleys try to beat up Beulah and stuff. Oh, Beulah gives Bubba Ray a DDT.
Yeah, it's
So
bad DDT, but it's a
a
DDT.
bad DDT. So I guess she really is not a wrestler. So, but I'm pretty sure she wrestles Lita the next year.
Oh, I think they did that 6-person match.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
really, I don't think it doesn't count much as wrestling,
wrestling.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
So hey, but you know what? You know what? Yeah, but I don't know. To be honest, and this is unpopular, I would have loved if they did something like this with like WCW One Night Stand or something.
I would
Like
love that. I think that's something fans would really get behind.
hell yes. Like
Although I would
I,
just, it would hurt me because there's no Daphne. Like there'd be no
Ex-
Daphne. And
exactly. I think they've missed the mark at this point, but like had they done a WCW thing in like the 2000s, like I would have like we would have gotten Daphne, Stacey would have done her Miss Hancock thing, Tori
yeah,
would have worn her like old pleather outfits. Like Sharmell could have been Paisley. Like we would have because the women of WCW, I've talked about this before, were so iconic and like underrated. So it would have been really cool to see some of that stuff. Like Gorgeous George, like I don't know if you
yeah.
like I stand her. So, someone recently asked me about her, and I was like, "What a random throwback."
She's
Um,
such a random throw. I love whenever she pops up at places. I think it's fun.
I do too. I really liked Gorgeous George. She was kind of like this is gonna sound weird, Christy Hemme esque, where because they had her wrestling for like a minute. She wrestled Charles Robinson, and she was kind of like an underdog girl, which is funny because she was like the most popular of like the team with Macho because he had her and Medusa and
Yeah,
Molly and like it
yeah.
was cute. So
I love
anyway,
that.
but anywho, but I would have loved that for WCW. The CCW one existed.
It does. It's not my thing, but
It's
like,
not for me. I'm not the I the thing is just like I wasn't like I remember they had like Paul Heyman cut some promo like, "Oh, JBL, you were champion because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesdays." Like, and I was like, okay.
okay,
Like, and like he said something to Edge too about like Matt Hardy. Oh, he's like, Edge, I have 2 words for you. Matt Hardy.
yeah.
Matt Hardy.
I
So like,
remember
yeah.
that hardcore because yeah.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. It's just like it just felt a little forced, this pay-per-view. I don't know, for me. But also like the concept of ECW for me feels a little forced to begin with.
I mean, it
Sorry.
just felt like that same kind of corporate thing where they're cashing in on nostalgia and selling your childhood back to you, which is kind of the reason I'm slowly but surely kind of falling off with Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I
that makes
get it.
sense.
Yeah.
So, well, it was great to see Dawn Marie. Enjoyed that aspect of it. But yeah, ECW One Night
Francine.
Stand. Look who it is. All right. Well, that is all the action this week. Joey, before we get into power rankings, do you have any figures?
I do. I gotta figure this.
Yes.
This. But I didn't know. I forgot this was coming out, but I found it. The new Alundra Blaze basic.
Oh, Laundry Blaze.
Laundry Blaze. Honestly, not bad for a basic. I'm not gonna make it.
To be honest, I think a lot of people missed out on her elite. So
Yeah.
this is probably nice.
I mean, the Elite's great. This isn't bad. I like this kind of style basic because, like, these are the Becky basics that I enjoy when it's these full, like, body gears, like the 80s style, 90s style,
Yeah.
because it just works for this body mold. Whereas, like, the
The
people with
bikinis look weird. Yeah.
and the bodies just look so, like,
Fat.
not even fat. Like, they just don't look detailed. Like, there's no shape to them. It just feels like I don't know. It feels
Wall.
like it feels Happy Meal toy. Honestly, is kind of the way.
But not in a good way. Yeah, like not like 90s Happy Meal toys where there were curves. And body yada yada, like 2000s Happy Meal toys.
Correct. And then this next one is not a diva, but I had to get it because.
Oh, Randy.
But do you see what the shirt says?
Daddy's home?
Daddy's back.
Oh my god, they made that shirt? That's funny.
I saw it and I was like, I can't not get it.
They said the gays will buy this.
Yeah, we will.
And he's even like fingering.
He is.
Okay.
No. Oh, okay. Just stop that. You feeling the Viper a little bit too much?
But that's actually a really good get. I do love like getting a male like figure when it's like something like that.
Yeah, something that's funny, a little bit gay, but also a little bit iconic. Yeah.
Little guy. All right. Well, let's get into our power rankings for this week. So, who are you feeling for our number one spot this week?
My number one this week is Christy Hemme.
That's also mine. I think she showed some fire. I think her moves were basic, but like pretty fun to watch. So I enjoyed her this week. I think she did a nice job. I liked it.
Agreed.
Number two, I'm gonna give to Dawn Marie.
Oh, my number two is Francine. Mostly just because I get to now for a second, or we just get to say, oh, look who it is. Francine.
I'm picking Dawn because it's her last appearance. And she's on TV pregnant. So love it. Number three, I just ragged on her, but I'm gonna give it to Beulah.
Oh, I'm giving it to Victoria.
Fair enough.
She had a match. It was entertaining. It was good.
It was good. I'm giving Victoria my number 4 spot. It was a good entertaining match. She looked snatched, but I think Beulah and Dawn, like I thought their stuff was a little bit more iconic this week, and Christy really showed it. Who's your number 4?
It's gonna be Beulah.
Beulah. Beulah. Amazing. And number 5, I'm gonna give to Francine. I think, her little kick was cool to the ball sack. And I actually do think she looked really good. So I'll give her that. Who's your number 5?
Snatched and she's kicking ball sacks. Here's Francine. Hey, let's go. My number 5 is Miss Dawn Marie. She was snatched. She looked great.
She looked great. Yeah. I love seeing how like different these things change every week too. Because like it really just shows the unpredictability of this era and like the waning things and stuff.
Honorable mention, Stacy Keibler. Get that paycheck, girl.
Get that paycheck, girl. Do nothing. Sharmell, you're not getting paid this week.
No, Sharmell,
no.
All you had to do was wear clothes, and you did it incorrectly.
And you didn't even do that well. Your hair looked good. But you didn't even wear the clothes well.
I didn't
like the hair. I thought it was different, but I liked it.
It's different. No make us.
It is different. Well, Joey, where can people find you to find what's different?
You can find all sorts of different things. Joey_Mayberry on Instagram and Threads. Joey.Mayberry on TikTok. Check out my links. Go to my YouTube. There's all kinds of stuff. I've gotten very toy-y recently, so look for all my toy stuff.
You guys can follow me at Jake isn't Jacob on Instagram. And also, if you're in Welton Manors, Florida this weekend, we will be there with Trinity the Tuck and Q Care Plus. Coming up in Chicago the week after, Alaska Thunderfuck, Selena Estides, and Laganja Estranja. And then after that,
us.
and Joey will be there too. Come see him and his tits.
Come see my tits. I'll bring them out just for you.
Out for the boys. And then, guys, and don't forget, and then New York, Manila, Luzon. And then I'm excited to just be home for a second. But yeah, and be sure to follow our show, Golden Era _pod on Instagram, on YouTube, and of course our store. Leave us a review. 5 stars is the best. Helps us move up in those power rankings. Joey, anything else?
Yeah, just for this week, because it made me giggle from last week. Chicken Crispers! I can't even know. Okay. Bye-bye.